In the heart of Africa lies a nation of immense potential, rich in culture, bustling with talent, and brimming with resources. But there is one thing that continues to hold her back: debt. Just weeks after President Bola Tinubu made headlines for clearing a multi-billion-dollar loan, Nigeria is now borrowing again. Yes, you heard that right. One moment we're debt-free to the International Monetary Fund (IMF), and the next, a fresh request lands in the Senate, billions more, in dollars, euros, and yen. What is really going on here? Who is advising the presidency? Is Nigeria digging a deeper hole? Or is this part of a long-term economic master plan? In this video, we break down the truth behind the headlines, what these new loans really mean for our future, and more importantly, what Nigeria could be doing instead of borrowing. Let's go back to 2020. The world was shut down, oil prices crashed, and Nigeria was on her knees. The IMF stepped in with a $3.4 billion emergency loan under the Rapid Financing Instrument. It was quick cash, but with strings attached. Fast forward to May 6, 2025, Nigeria proudly clears the final payment. For the first time in years, we are no longer on the IMF's debtor list. The government hailed it as a major achievement, and rightfully so. President Tinubu's team called it evidence of fiscal responsibility and economic discipline. The headlines blared from newspaper A to newspaper B. Nigeria clears IMF loan. The world took notice. Moody's even upgraded Nigeria's credit rating. But before the champagne could dry, a letter arrived at the Senate on May 27, 2025, just 2 days before Tinubu celebrated his second year in office. The same administration that just cleared the loan was asking for $21.54 billion, 2.19 billion euros, and 15 billion Chinese yuan in fresh loans. That's over $24 billion put together, and that's just in foreign currency. What for? They claim infrastructure, education, health, agriculture, and budget support. Nigerians are asking, if we just finish paying off a loan, why are we jumping into another? Aren't we tired of this cycle? Mickey Mouse cycle, in fact. Let's be fair. The Tinubu administration claims these new loans are not like the IMF's. These are mostly long-term, low-interest loans from the World Bank and African Development Bank (AFDB), and some are tied to specific projects. They say it's not emergency debt, it's developmental borrowing, and most importantly, it's affordable. So is that enough justification? Here is the bitter truth. Number one, Nigeria's total external debts are already over $44 billion. Debt servicing is swallowing 96 kobo of every 1 naira Nigeria earns. In 2024 alone, 13.1 trillion naira was used to pay interest, more than our entire capital budgets. If we keep borrowing like this, we won't have room to breathe. Investors will flee, the naira will weaken further, public services will remain underfunded, and worse, future generations will inherit a nation of repayment, not development. The question now is, what can Nigeria do instead of borrowing more? There are about 5 things Nigeria could do. Number 1, plug leakages and corruption. This cannot be overemphasized. We lose over $18 billion annually to oil theft, fraud, inflated contracts, and ghost workers. To give you an idea of how corrupt Nigerian lawmakers and government officials are, they inserted $393.29 billion for 1,477 street lights into the 2025 budget. If you break that down, it means Nigeria is paying over 266 million naira for one single street light. One street light. I don't know if your street light will help us see heaven. What manner of fiscal recklessness is that? Fix these. I won't need half of these loans. Number 2, shrink government waste. Why do we have over 500 government agencies, many doing overlapping jobs? Why do we have so many government aids? Why are lawmakers earning millions in salaries and allowances? Why hospitals go without gloves? Schools without seats? It is high time lawmakers in Nigeria started earning only sitting allowances. Nigeria is always tackling the ant in the room while playing deaf and dumb to the elephant in the room. Number 3, monetize idle assets. Nigeria owns over 50,000 abandoned or underutilized government properties. leasing or selling some of them could bring in billions. Number 4, drive local investment. There is need to incentivize pension funds and local investors to fund infrastructure through bonds and public-private partnerships. So number 5, end fuel subsidy waste fully and truly. The partial subsidy removal is leaking again. Fully and transparently ending it would save trillions annually. Nigeria doesn't lack money. Nigeria lacks discipline, fiscal discipline especially. When a country borrows excessively, it affects you. Prices will rise, naira loses value, jobs disappear as businesses pay more to operate. And the next government inherits the burden and the cycle continues. You feel it in your fuel costs, your food baskets will become dry, your rent will go high, and your school fees will skyrocket. This is not just economic policy, it's survival. President Tinubu's administration must be held to a higher standard. So repaying a loan is commendable. Borrowing again must be justified, transparent and necessary. And it must never become the first option. There are alternatives. There are solutions. But they require courage, discipline, and the political will to sacrifice luxury for the sake of the people. So to the government, we say, don't just change the lender, change the system. And to you watching this, please share this video, spread awareness, ask questions, because democracy dies in silence, but nations rise when citizens speak boldly. This has been Fix Africa News Network. Please don't forget to subscribe for more real talk, data-driven analysis, and bold truths. Until next time, stay informed, stay engaged, and stay hopeful. Thank you.